I marts 2001 mødtes 150 unge fra hele Europa i København for at diskutere ungdom og EU. Der blev lavet en udsendelse om dette europæiske ungdomsparlament, og den viser vi her.
Til det tema, der er København. 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 Jeg er født på Frederiksberg, lige ved det sted, jeg mødte livets første store kærlighed, der hed om mit hjerte.
And then wait for 15 minutes, something like that. We take the train and the bus and go to St. Anna Gymnasium.
200 gymnasieelever fra hele Europa er på vej til København. I en hel uge skal de deltage i The MAP, der står for The Model European Parliament. Det er en ungdomsudgave af det rigtige EU-parlament. Nogle unge interesserer sig åbenbart for politik, men hvorfor er der så mange, der synes politik er kedeligt?
I think politics is seen, probably across Europe, as something that's very much the domain of the old. And you see people in grey suits walking around posh buildings in limousines, and it doesn't really attract the youth culture of Europe. And also, some of the topics that are key in the debates of politics are not very relevant to what young people do.
Hvad er det så, der sker, når det er unge, der er parlamentarikere? Kan de overhovedet finde ud af at forhandle og diskutere på engelsk i en hel uge? Kan de gøre de tunge politiske emner mere interessante? Eller handler MEP også om noget helt andet?
Body language. Yeah, right. A lot of it. It's the main thing in the map. Yeah. Body language.
Vi holdt en fest i går ude i Christianshavns Borghus, og det var meget spændende. Der skete ting rundt omkring i Korne. Vi havde et unisex-toilet. Det blev flittigt benyttet til andre ting end lige præcis det skulle måske.
For København.
Jeg hedder Sissel Andersen, og jeg er 18 år. Jeg går på St. Anna Gymnasium, og det er faktisk det, jeg er på vej hen til lige nu.
Well, my name is Margarida. I'm 16 years old, and I'm Portuguese. I expect a lot of things, just like meeting new people, new traditions, customs, and to interact with other countries and other people, and to learn a lot with them.
Hello people and welcome. My name is Anders Numa and I'm President of the General Assembly. Thank you very much. You will be living in host families in the Copenhagen area. Some of you nearer to downtown than others. I hope you will all be able to participate in the evening activities as much as possible. Talk out the guidelines with your own host family. A lot of Danes are liberal towards the rules about coming home late and so forth. So you just spell it out for them what you like, and they will probably accept. Some of them won't, but then they have to protest.
Well, my name is Tim Vos. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm 17 years old, and well, this is my first time here in Denmark. So I want to participate because I want to show people what I think of the European problems. Well, the most important part of the Model European Parliament is for me the political part.
Jeg ved meget lidt om europapolitik, og jeg har nok også sat mig lidt for lidt ind i det her. Så det er lidt spændende at se, hvordan det kommer til at gå. Min indstilling til EU er, jeg tror, den er positiv, men det er også lidt det, jeg regner med at få belyst lidt bedre, fordi jeg kender ikke ret meget til EU. Altså, det er egentlig ikke noget, jeg har interesseret mig helt vildt for før. Så ja, det håber jeg på, at jeg fik min interesse nu. Men umiddelbart så går jeg ind for det.
Den officielle åbning af MEP foregår i Landstingssalen på Christiansborg. Hvert land præsenterer kort sig selv.
And the head of the French delegation.
Several of us come from Vierzon in the Central region.
the others from Paris.
Traveling around in Europe, though, I learned that there's still a certain stereotype some people still have in mind when thinking about Germans. It says that Germans are people that walk around in those Bavarian leather shorts, drink beer while they're listening to folk music.
Ireland is EU's success story. We have a strong economy, booming industries, especially in the computer sectors, and so far a clean image. In the past few years, we have brought you Boyzone, Westlife, the Coors, smoked salmon, great golfing, and we're the world's largest software exporters.
Virgilio, for example, Orazio, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Coratella, but also, Benigni, Pavarotti, and the Ferrari team, of course.
That's also why I'm so glad to see people from Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland too, because their countries are at the threshold of joining the European Union.
Ending with the presentation of our delegation. It's constituted by 6 girls, and 4 boys.
The political future of tomorrow is in our hands.
All over the world, I think there is a great concern about the future of democracy. There are some alarming signs. In many countries, the number of people, especially young people, participating in elections is quite low. The political parties have huge difficulties in recruiting members. In some countries, many people belong to extremist groups that question democratic values. And xenophobia is becoming prevalent in many places. But there are also many encouraging signs, and this model European Parliament is one of them. It's an excellent idea that young people from the member states of the European Union and the future members meet twice a year to practice democratic procedures, develop network and human relationship, and acquire knowledge and insight in the European process of integration. And looking at the issues that you're going to deal with in this session, I must say that I'm very impressed by the scope and the relevance. And I have great hopes that you'll be able to find solutions which will inspire new political solutions in the European Parliament and in national parliaments.
Den centrale del af MEP-arrangementet er arbejde i 10 forskellige komitéer, der hver har sit emne. Her skal diskuteres, samarbejdes og forhandles. Målet er at nå frem til en resolution. Den skal fremlægges og behandles sidst på ugen. Bliver den godkendt, sendes den videre til det rigtige parlament.
We start by the honorable delegates from the countries with a brief. The music. Now we just start with a brief outline from each of policies.
I'd like to focus on 3 different things in the marginalized groups. One of them would be the ethnic minorities on the labor market, because, well, at least in Denmark, it's very difficult for a lot of ethnic minorities to get in at the labor market. And also on the uneducated people, pretty much the same, and the older people, like over 50 years or about that age.
Mr. President, Ireland thinks that as the honourable delegate from Italy said, it's important to define who exactly the marginalised groups are before we can think of solutions for their integration into the workforce.
I think there's certain problems with that one, especially with the section on immigrants, because there's a whole section, another committee somewhere else doing that. And that's a very controversial topic, which no one will agree with. Because firstly, people don't want to discriminate in countries against immigrants, but as you say, they're taking people's jobs. So I think we should leave that completely to the other committee, otherwise we will not get ours passed.
Mr. President, I think that considering the immigrants, I believe that they are only immigrants while they are working in the country, because if they are not, they get back to their country. And the problem with the immigrants, it's not of the country in question, it's from their origin country. I believe we should take care of our own before we take care of the others. It's also important to immigrants, but ours are first, I believe. Thank you.
Indtil videre skal det bestå af diskussioner af de næste Ja, altså her mandag, tirsdag, onsdag, torsdag og noget fredag, tror jeg også. Hvor vi selvfølgelig skal nærme os en resolution mere og mere, ikke? Vi starter bare med en brainstorm, men så skal vi helst nærme os noget mere konkret hen ad vejen.
I komiteen for landbrug og udvikling på landet er svenskeren Nina Sundén præsident. Hvordan går det i hendes komité?
The work in the committee is doing great. I think they're very organized and they listen to each other and they listen to me, which is good. And they were going through what the problems are. And well, of course they sort of, say, oh, well, I have a solution for this, and they say it really fast, but no discussions about it. Just put it down so we know that, okay, we're discussing fraud and corruption with the funds. Does the money go to the right people who need it? We're talking about environment, pollution.
I have a suggestion for this if you want me to read it out or give it to you.
You can read it out, please.
Okay. Deeply concerned with the environmental damage which can be caused by intensive agriculture.
Yeah, that's good.
Tomorrow, depends on how much more we get done today. I hope we get most of the introductory classes written today, and then tomorrow we'll start discussing them, going through them in order and finding operative classes to the introductory ones. So that's the program for tomorrow.
De politiske diskussioner er spændende, men hvad med det sociale? Hvor vigtigt er det? Er mæpperne lige så seriøse og korrekte, når dagens møder er forbi?
Absolut ikke. Absolut ikke. Og det vil jeg sige, det er rart. Det er godt. Og jeg agerer da også selv totalt anderledes, når jeg er i byen og har det sjovt, end jeg gør her. Og det synes jeg også er at have den rette opførsel til den rette begivenhed.
What did you think about last night?
Last night, well, actually I think it was great, but I thought it was funny, I walked in like 8 o'clock, there was no one there except me. I started dancing. I started the whole party. I did not. But at the end, like 11:30, I saw everybody kissing with everybody.
Yeah, right,
Like, those are together. And those are together. Oh my God.
I guess people got really drunk yesterday.
Yeah, really drunk. Because today I said, hey, now you're together, really good. I'm not together with the other one. Okay. Okay.
Fantastisk. Jeg synes, det har været rigtig spændende og meget interessant at møde nye mennesker igen. Det er anden gang, jeg er med til MEP. Jeg var med i Wien sidste år, og det synes jeg selvfølgelig var mere interessant, fordi der var jeg selv deltager. Men det er også spændende at være med som guide, fordi man lærer mange flere folk at kende hurtigere tid. Jeg prøver på at være hjælpsom, jeg prøver på at være høflig. Jeg smiler til folk. Sådan tror jeg egentlig, man kommer længst. Og så prøver jeg at bruge den viden, jeg har om København, og prøver på at få folk interesseret i, at her skal vi gå hen om aftenen og sådan forskellige ting. Vi har været en tur på staden, for eksempel. Det har de alle sammen var meget spændende, især hollænderne. Så ellers har vi været forskellige steder rundt omkring. Vi har haft en fast mødested om aftenen eller i bar.
Hoi met Tim. Hey, ik ben vanuit Kopenhagen nu even. Nee, het is echt heel leuk. Ja, serieus. Heel veel leuke meiden ook al trouwens. Nee. Er is één Deense bijvoorbeeld, die is wel heel leuk. Dat is, maar alleen, ja, het is helaas 22. beetje te oud. Maar goed. Ja. En nou ja, verder heel druk programma. Ik ben op dit moment eigenlijk heb ik een beetje de griep. Juist ja, inderdaad. Het was toch wel een heel groot temperatuurverschil. En,
everybody got drunk again, and it's like the only thing they do in here is like get drunk.
Yeah, I actually learned to say cheers in like 5 different languages.
I learned to say I love you in dance.
Okay, say it, come on.
Jeg elsker dig.
Oh, great.
Må nattens fest og farver har indflydelse på meppernes hukommelse? Tell me about your group, what group it is in.
Oh, I'm gonna have a baby with it, so I don't know what group I'm in.
You don't know the group?
Yeah, I know. I just don't know the name exactly. So.
Okay, you have to go get it.
I'm in the Committee on Culture, Youth, Education, Media and Sports 1, because we have 2 committees, each with a different subjects, and we have the question of compulsory teaching about world and European issues to let the youth know more about their multi-diversity society which in they live. I thought it would be easy, but it wasn't. It's going well now. Yesterday it went a little bit like a big chaos, but our committee president wasn't really guiding us very good, so, but now she is. She has everything under control again. I think she got some tips from the vice presidents and the presidents from the General Assembly. They were examining all the committees and committee presidents and just giving them tips about how they could do it better.
Hvad er det, der sker lige nu, Marlene, her? I diskuterer meget frem og tilbage.
Ja, vi har siddet her nu i 3 dage og diskuteret behovet for at indføre et nyt fag for secondary school, som er jo lidt svært at definere, fordi det er forskellige i alle de forskellige lande, men stadigvæk behovet for at indføre et nyt fag, som skal lære eleverne at acceptere, at de kommer til at bo i et multikulturelt samfund, og hvordan man skal nu er jeg helt inde i den engelske tankegang, så jeg kan ikke tænke på dansk, men ja, om de skulle for eksempel racisme og fordomme, og hvordan man skulle indlære det hos eleverne, at de skulle være mere acceptere andre kulturer.
Er alle enige om, der overhovedet skal være sådan et fag herinde i gruppen?
Altså det er vi i denne her gruppe, og det er man vel også fordi, at vi har valgt at være, det har jo så været vores spørgsmål. Så jeg tror ikke, man ville have valgt den her komité, hvis ikke man havde synes, der havde været et behov for det. Og i så fald ville man så lave en modtagelse mod sin egen gruppe om, at der ikke er et behov for sådan et fag. Og så ville man modarbejde hele gruppen. Så alle herinde i det her rum, vi synes i hvert fald, det er en god idé.
Hvad er det så, du siger, de allerstørste diskussioner er gået på herinde?
Vi har nok også diskuteret, sådan kommet lidt på et sidespor nogle gange, hvor vi er gået meget sådan teoretisk til værk, og hvor lave en kommission, der skulle styre nogle af de her ting. Men i det hele taget har vi faktisk været meget enige, og vi er ikke gået videre, før alle har faktisk været enige, og dem, der så har været lidt uenige, de har i hvert fald fået lov at tale deres sag, og så har vi prøvet at lave kompromis det meste af vejen.
Herinde virker det ikke særlig formelt. Jeg tænker på de andre grupper, der har skulle man sige Mr. President, og man skulle bruge en speciel tiltaleform. Her taler I bare i munden på hinanden?
Vi taler ikke i munden på hinanden, synes jeg så meget. Vi prøver nogle gange at have en debat, og hvis der kører en debat mellem 2 lande, så skal den selvfølgelig ikke vare en halv time, men det er i orden, hvis man sidder og har en diskussion frem og tilbage. Men vi tiltaler hinanden med land, og nej, det er ikke formelt. Det synes jeg heller ikke hører til her, for der er man ligesom... Der skal man ligesom få lov at have sin mening ud, også at man måske styrer det engelske så godt og ikke kan de forskellige titler.
Since we are all represented here, so we all agree, why do we have to make it compulsory if we all agree for our company?
Yeah, at the moment we all agree. We're representing all our member states, so we all agree. So
we don't need to say it's compulsory. Because we all see the need for it.
Say it's compulsory and who doesn't? I want to do.
Yeah, first.
Compulsory. Compulsory to all EU member states. Who wants to leave that in?
Okay. Jeg er fra Holland, og jeg er 16 år, og siden jeg har en dansk mor, så kan jeg også snakke lidt dansk. Hvordan går det i gruppen? Først og fremmest gik det rigtig fint, vi var rigtig en gruppe, men sådan, nu bliver mennesker sådan lidt trætte, så de bliver sådan lidt, hvis de don't agree with something,
de bliver sådan lidt mere sur på det og sådan noget. Så det er lidt synd.
Mr. President, I think that our first operative clause is very weak, and people will ask us what a network is, and we probably won't be able to define what it is. And I think this is the beginning of a good clause, which we need to make to organize job centres, to make them good job agencies. And we actually have the most fundamental thing, and we actually haven't talked about it in our resolution properly.
I think we should go back to the beginning and go through each of the operative clauses and perfect them all, because we just seem to be repeating the same things.
I'm Luigi Gentile. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Rome, Italy, of course. I think that MEP is a great occasion for improve the cohesion between the states of Europe, you know. And I think it's also a great occasion for us that are interested in politics is an occasion of my English is not very good to take part in a lot of debates and to fight, but also to improve the cohesion. I've learned a lot of English words because my English is now a work in progress. Yeah, I'm learning a lot of English. In my community there is a very good debate, and so I know a lot about the culture of the other states and also the laws on the other states, and I think it's very interesting.
MEP blev grundlagt i 1994 i Holland. Initiativtageren til projektet var Anna van Smyrna Meiering. Men hvad var hovedidéerne egentlig bag MEP?
The main idea of the map is to bring, if I say it in very simple words, to bring Europe closer more close to the daily life of young people just before they go to university, and to make them aware of the fact that Europe has many cultures and that European countries are very different, but that differences should not separate them, but should enrich their life.
Hvad så med deltagerne? Er det eliten, eller kan alle være med?
It is our aim to give everybody who intellectually qualifies the possibility to participate, and not only those who have the financial possibilities, because that is entirely wrong. The Netherlands, like Denmark, well, I would say the Dutch people, like the Danish people, are no-nonsense people. And we don't like elitist behavior. So I think that it's of the utmost importance to keep the ground open for everybody who qualifies. That's why we keep the prices very low, the entrance fee. We have a little entrance fee, but it's very small. And if somebody cannot pay for it, then the foundation pays.
I det her forum er der for mange konservativt orienterede unge i forhold til, hvad der er ude i virkeligheden. Og det virker nogle gange som, at navne og familie betyder noget for folks udtalelse til det her. Og jeg kunne ikke være mere uenig i det. Men jeg har måttet erkende gennem den her proces, at det er ikke noget, jeg har kunnet ændre. Der har simpelthen været for dybt tømrede forelagte planer for alt det her.
Gælder det alle deltagerlandene?
Jeg synes ikke, jeg kan ikke finde ud af, om det er forskel. Jeg synes selv, Danmark er sådan rimelig afslappet, men det er jo det, jeg kender mest til. Der er altså heller ikke den store udvalgelsesprocedure. Det er ikke blevet promoveret nok, men det gør det forhåbentlig efter det her, kan man sige. Breder sig mere ud. Men det er klart, lande som Storbritannien for eksempel, som har større traditioner på sådan den der konservative, hierarkiske form, jamen, det virker som om, at det er nogle af de lidt mere velstående, der kommer med der. Om det bare fremstår sådan, eller om det virkelig er sådan, det er svært at sige, fordi det er jo ikke lige frem folks forældres pengepunkt, man spørger om. Men det er de mere velstående skoler, der er med i det her.
I årets MEP-session deltager Polen, Estland, Letland og Litauen som observatører uden stemmeret. Hvordan er det at være med på den måde?
Wonderful experience for me, for our country, because we are only observers here, but we won't join the MEP, the European Union, so it's very important for us. My friend from Poland, he's in one committee, and one day he wanted to tell something, you know, and one guy from United Kingdom, he said, "Oh, sorry, but you are only an observer country. You cannot vote." I think it was quite unpolite, because first they said that observer countries, they can vote in the committees when they are just talking about the resolutions and making these resolutions.
What has been the most important part to you here in Copenhagen, the political part or the social part?
Oh, social part. I mean, it's a social part for anybody basically here. It was really interesting to see how the political part works, and I'm really happy to be here. The social life is just as good, maybe even better.
And what have you been doing when you've not been working?
Oh, we have quite a lot of social life things. LA bar, for instance. I haven't slept more than 6 hours since I'm here, so I'm a bit weary. And most people are quite weary here as well. But it's good, I love it. I mean, I can get used to it. It's hard work as well, but the social life pays off.
Did you find any new friends?
Yes, I did. A lot of them. My committee, Cooperation and Development, we are really good friends, and we can talk about anything, and from different committees as well. So if there's an Irish person in our committee, he usually introduces to the rest of Irish people, so we get along with Irish as well. I'm the same with any country, basically. So in total, I've made quite a lot of friends, and I hope I'm going to write to them, and they're going to write to me. Maybe we could exchange for like school program with exchanging students. I mean, so many good ideas, but let's see.
Hvordan er det med ansøgerlandene, der også er repræsenteret her i år? Klarer de sig på lige fod? Har de samme forudsætninger?
Som forudsætninger, det håber jeg da. De har jo ikke samme forudsætninger, for de er jo ikke med i EU, kan man sige. Men får en mulighed for at få en forsmag på det her. Det har været min oprindelige intention at lave det her til et meget ansøgerlandevenligt forum den her gang, men det jeg ikke kunne lade sig gøre. Altså jeg ville gerne have inkorporeret dem som fulde delegationer, men det var organisationen imod, fordi de mente, det skulle være en kopi af Europaparlamentet. Jeg mener mere, at det skal være en ung udgave af et Europaparlament. Altså et ungdoms-Europaparlament, der tør gå foran alle de andre. Der tør at sige, at det der økonomiske og de der småpolitiske stridigheder, de skal ikke stå i vejen for det mål, vi alle sammen vil nå. Og det synes jeg er synd, at vi ikke får lov til at udføre den her naivitet og den her vilje til at ville noget ud i livet.
En uge er næsten gået. MEP'erne har festet, knyttet venskaber, været seriøse, og nu er det den store finale skal stå i General Assembly, plenarforsamlingen. En godkendelse af komitéernes resolutioner vil være en stor ære, fordi den da vil blive præsenteret i det rigtige EU-parlament. Kan flokken, der efterhånden har knyttet stærke venskaber, holde sig til fakta, når de skal stemme på hinandens resolution?
Good morning. Good to see you here. Good to know that there are people of a new generation interested in working with European issues, because so much of your energy, of your commitment will be deciding for what will be the future of the European continent.
MEP-deltagerne kaldes morgendagens beslutningstager. Er det udtryk for selvros, eller holder den betegnelse i virkeligheden?
Det er jo altid svært at sige, men jeg tror i virkeligheden, at det er ret få, og alt for få, der altid har engageret sig virkelig i politisk arbejde, engagement omkring Europa, engagement
i miljøsager, deltagelse i politiske partier som aktive medlemmer. Derfor er sandsynligheden for, at de her unge mennesker er blandt fremtidens beslutningssager meget stor. We have the best platform from which we can fight for the European model of societies, the role of society, the role of the state. Here we have a platform from which we are able to fight in a meaningful way against the threats towards our environment. Here we have a platform from which we can fight to get solutions on the deep inequalities in this world between developing countries and industrialized countries.
Seriøsiteten er stor, og meget sjældent ser man så mange unge, velklædte mennesker agere kritikløst som voksne politikere. Risikerer man ikke selvbekræftelse og en større afstand mellem tilhængere og skeptikere af EU med den slags arrangementer?
Jo, det er da en risiko, men hvad er alternativet? Er det ikke vigtigt, at dem, der er engageret, at de også får lov til at udvikle den interesse, den kunde, de har, og måske dermed også, hvis de griber det rigtigt an, selvom de ser velafrettet ud, som du siger, så har muligheden for at gå ud og forklare det ordentligt. Der er nogle konflikter i det her, det kan jeg da godt se. Men jeg tror alligevel, det er vigtigt, at vi giver de virkelig engagerede en mulighed for at dygtiggøre sig på den her måde.
Danes and other Europeans prefers, I think, to listen to wild visions than half-hearted politics. And that's another reason why I think it's so interesting to see what you have reached agreement on today. And I will read carefully what you have agreed on.
Jeg er sikker på, at der sidder nogen her, som har en politiker i maven, som gerne vil videre med det, og som i den her uge får endnu mere blod på tanden, fordi det er spændende. Det er så spændende at finde ud af, hvad er det, der rører sig i de andre medlemslande, hvor er det, vi kan mødes, hvorfor er det bliver svært, og så måske at overvinde de vanskeligheder. Altså det er derfor, det er sjovt at være politiker. Men der sidder også en masse herinde, tror jeg, som bare er helt almindeligt interesseret i den europæiske fremtid.
I'm very pleased to be able to open this General Assembly this morning. And thank you very much to our Foreign Minister, Mogens Lykketoft, and Helle Thorning-Schmidt.
Det, der er proceduren, det er, at først er der en fra den komité, der sidder og arbejdet med området, som læser op, hvad resolutionen handler om. Og derefter er der en fra komiteen, som holder et indlæg, som forsvarer, hvorfor man netop har valgt den her måde at bygge den op på.
8. Emphasizes that the filtering system will be able to block the access for sites containing pornography, violence or threats to national security, but not the access to sites expressing opinions of religious, ideological or philosophical nature. 9. Urges members of the public to report potentially unsuitable sites to the international body. 10. Affirms the need to make the integration of the moral education in the use of the internet into national curricula of the member states as part of the current curriculum subject corresponding closest to moral education. 11. Proclaims that information regarding the internet, its dangers, the international body and the filtering system be more readily available, e.g. through leaflet campaigns, etc. 12. Encourages existing media to assist in the promoting of the filtering system and the international body. 13. Further encourages ISPs to assist in promoting and distributing the filtering system. 14. Instructs the President to forward the resolution to the European Parliament, the European Commission and the Council of Ministers.
I call upon the member of the committee to hold a speech in favour of this resolution.
I would like to start by saying just a few short words about what this committee is tasked to accomplish. Our aim is to find a way to compromise the protection of minors against potentially harmful material with the right to freedom of expression and thought without undermining either of the above. And is this possible? We believe so. We feel that the problem which has been presented to us has arisen because of the uncontrollable access to the internet which minors have come to have as a result of two things. Firstly, the ineffectiveness of the technological solutions already available, and secondly, the lack of parental knowledge about the internet and the risks it poses for their children. The problem which has presented itself is due to two reasons. One, the lack of technological solutions, and two, the lack of information available. I hope I have convinced you that although it is impossible to have absolute control over the internet, we have found ways to monitor a very large portion and to give parents the ability to protect what is most valuable to them, their children. The vote is yours. Thank you very much.
Bagefter kan der så stilles spørgsmål til den person fra komiteen. Og når spørgsmålet er blevet besvaret af den, der besvarer på komiteens vegne, så er det bagefter det, der hedder open debate. Det vil sige, at alle lande, alle deltagere, de kan stille spørgsmål til indhold i resolutionen.
Hvordan er fordelingen af personer derinde? Man kan se, at der er 2 lange rækker af personer op foran. Hvad er deres funktion? Hvem er de?
Der sidder der en række af præsidenter. Der er 6 præsidenter, og den, der er chef for præsidentkorpset, det er Anders Nymark. Han hedder president, og så bliver han hjulpet af 5 vice presidents. Og der er vice presidents fra Danmark, og så er der fra nogle andre lande, blandt andet det næste land, som skal holde sessionen. Det er Holland, og det foregår i Rotterdam til efteråret. Foran dem sidder komitémedlemmerne, den komité, som forsvarer og diskuterer det emne, der er til debat netop nu. Det vil sige, i øjeblikket er det resolutionen om internet og censorship. Så det er den komité, der sidder foran.
Could you please tell me why it is that their resolution proposes no solutions that are not already de facto in operation?
United Kingdom in the committee, you recognised.
The list at the moment is compiled by Microsoft, which is a private enterprise, and we feel that the European Union would be better if the classification system was under its jurisdiction. Furthermore, we have proposed more education both to the minors through the school system and to the parents through leaflets. So those would be our 2 major points, which are not currently in use.
Thank you, Mr. President. My question refers to OC number 3, and is like, as there are many different laws referring to the legal status of minors, how do you propose to harmonize the different legal system into a global one?
Our solution as to the list states that the program will simply offer the parents the ability to choose what they want and what they do not want their child to see.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm referring to ICH and OC 5 to 8. Why are existing filtering systems inadequate, as there are so many of them and they all use different techniques of filtering? And what would the difference be between the new filtering system and the already existing ones, because everything user-adjusted for this filtering system already exists?
Thank you, Mr. President. The difference between our proposed system and the already existing systems will be the list, because the already working systems, or not working systems, work on the basis of words. They just look for a word and then they filter the sites. So they also may filter a CNN site where there's just an article about violence. Our system is going to work with a list of these pages and not just with some words.
Mr. President, referring to LC12, how is the committee proposing to encourage the media to promote the filtering program?
Thank you. Netherlands, member of the committee, please. How do you recognise me?
We encourage media to protect our filtering system, because I think everybody knows there's the problem with internet. And when somebody found anything to help, media will say about it, like computer, magazines, newspapers, TV. Thank you.
We will now move forward to the speech against this resolution. Is there any member of the Assembly that wishes to hold that speech against this resolution? Germany, you recognise.
The answers proposed here do not solve the problem at all. The filtering system the committee wants to create will never be able to function. Mr. Anders Boysen of the Danish Ministry of Internet and Research told us, and I quote, Technically, it is just impossible. End quote. An expert from Lycos Europe informed us, and I quote, "It is not possible to classify 3 billion web pages which are online." End quote.
What I want to say is that you said that it was technically impossible. Well, maybe on a global thing you're right, but I mean, I go on the internet like every day, and I go, when I search something, I go to a search engine, and that works. So I don't see the point why it couldn't work. I mean, it's a great resolution, and I mean, this is not a thing to win or lose. So
we will now move on to the votes on this resolution. I'll ask every head of delegation to collect the votes of their respective delegations and keep close to the aisle when I recognise you. I will now ask the heads of delegations in alphabetical order to state the votes of their respective delegation. Please. Thank you. I'll ask the heads of delegation to state the votes of their delegation. Please do state absentees if there are such. First I will call upon the head of the Austrian delegation, please.
The Austrian delegation has 3 for, 4 against, and 1 abstention. One of us is not here. Thank you.
The Belgian delegation has 4 for, 5 against, and no abstention.
The Danish delegation has 6 against and 4 sick.
The Finnish delegation has voted 4 in favor, 3 against, 1 abstention, and 1 is sick.
The French delegation has 2 abstentions, 2 in favor, and 5 against.
We have 5 for, 3 against, and 1 abstention.
4 in favor, 2 against, 3 abstentions.
Thank you, Mr. President. Estonian delegation is voting 0 to favor and 3 against.
The votes 51 in favor, 72 against, and 15 abstentions. This resolution has failed.
Ja, resolutionen faldt. Sådan gik det med flere af dem. Andre blev vedtaget. MEP Copenhagen er ved at være forbi. Tilbage er kun afslutningsceremonien og den mere uofficielle afsked med de nye venner.
I'm going to miss everyone and the whole thing, so kind of sad too.
A week is enough. I want to go home, sleep in my own bed.
In general, the committee meetings were really fantastic. All those friends. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of new friends now.
We stay in touch by email?
Yeah.
We will. Our entire committee will stay in touch by email. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Livet, det sted jeg mødte livets første store kærlighed, der hed og mit hjerte banker stadig for det sted, i hvilket jeg til stadighed og over stadig vil jeg være i en hovedstad, hvor jeg betaler mine regninger, hvor mig stikker.
For nærmere information om MEP skal du kontakte lektor Nina Nørgaard, som er præsident for MEP-komiteen i Danmark. Hendes e-mailadresse er ninanørgaard@hotmail.com. Du kan også se mere om MEP i København på www.dk4.dk.
Jeg er født på Frederiksberg, livet.